What's the derivative of natural log of x?
1 over x.
Which would be 1 in this case. What's the derivative of natural log of negative x? And what's interesting is you see how these graphs match up? Again, at 0 it's undefined, which is true. And then as x gets bigger, the slope's going to get smaller and smaller. And when x gets really small, close to 0, it's bigger. You see that? Because you're dividing by a smaller number. You see how it matches up? And then and it's all positive. Over here it's all positive. And on the other side, did I do this graph? Oh, no, it's this. I'm sorry. Is that right? 1 over negative x times negative 1, which is the same. Yeah, sorry.
But does that mean that the derivatives are the same? And it doesn't look that way.
Right.
It looks like it's the opposite, so it would have been like the first time. Negative 1
That's
over
what I was thinking, but if I drop this, it's 1 over this times the derivative. Why would it be wrong then? Just looking at it, yeah, I was thinking it was just negative 1 over x, because it is the reflection. Ah, but you put a negative point in. Thank you. And that's why. Yeah, this is the derivative, but exactly like Chris said, but then you put in negative 2. Good call, Chris. Yeah, I was thinking it's the exact same on the opposite, and it would be the exact same, because every x flip of this on. Chris saves the day again. Kudos to you. Okay? Any other questions on the homework? Okay, let me ask you this. Someone asked some good questions in problem 2, in period 2. Say this is a graph, just in general. Let's just talk about some stuff. You ready, Marco? Say this is a graph of the original function. Where's the inflection point at?
negative 2, 0.
If this is the original function, where's the inflection point for that function? Talk about it in the group. Where do you think? For this graph, we're looking at the original function, and I want to know where's the inflection point.
Negative 1 and 0.
Can you tell me where the min and max points are? Yes, thank you. Of the original function, you're looking at the derivative. Where are the mins and maxes? And I want to know your justification why. Yeah, this is it. This is let's say we're on the closed interval. And this is the function from negative, whatever the original is, negative 2 to 2. This is the derivative.
So it would only be this one the derivative.
Okay, so this negative 1, you guys think it's going to be a min or a max? Okay, why do you guys think it's a max? What's your justification for this being a max? David? And it equals 0 at that point. Yeah. The derivative equals 0, it changes sign from positive to negative. Yes. Okay, any others? Possible mins and maxes? What about negative 3? Why is it a min? Yeah, we're even, if this stops here, if we're on the interval and we stop here, what are we doing from this point? You're going up. What about this one? What's the point 2 going to be? A min or a max? The end point. Sketch it. Make a sketch of the graph. What I would do is make a sign chart. See if you can create a sign chart. Sine of the derivative, sine of the second derivative, and original function, hand gestures, if this is the derivative. See if you can make that in your group. Does it match up? Okay. If it does, then we can do our little hands. Ding. Down, 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 up. Cool. Min. A max at that -1. What about that 3? Or 2, sorry. Is 2 anything? Is it a relative min or max? Why is it a min? The negative the whole way up to it, and then there's nothing to the other end. You guys see that? You see that, Magali? This whole thing, the derivative is negative this entire time, which means the original function is decreasing. It's decreasing less than more than less, but it's decreasing the entire time up to that point. So it's a relative min. Does that make sense? How do we feel with this graph sketching stuff? How do we feel with it? Alright, let's get back on the multiple choice questions. I want everyone to do a couple together. Can everyone try 1998-17 in your group? We'll all do them together. (1998-17). So let's do. Did you guys do 1998-1 yet? Did you guys do any of this? Did anyone do any on this page? The 1 through 24, 1998. All right, start on the 1 then. Start right there. We'll talk about them all together. 1998-1.